Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today on the 3.5 estate, we're continuing on with the onslaught where we're going to defeat all the bosses. So this time around, it's the Destroyer from the Stars. So I've never actually fought this boss before, so I have no clue what to expect. However, it is the last thing for Farmstead Plus, I believe. I may be wrong, we'll see. But it is a short, darkest boss for Farmstead Plus, so I think it's a fair bet after I beat the Miller and the grand prize on Darkest that this is the last boss here. However, I could be wrong. Slay the boss, something is going on a rampage throughout the Farmstead. Go there and stop it before it escapes from there. So I'm going to go in with a damaging marking party today. It's going to be a little interesting. Going to be using some of the trophies that we got from the last boss along with some of the stronger things, just because if it's as bad as people lead me on to believe, this is going to be a bad fight. So we're going to be bringing Joan, the Seraph, mainly using her to do damage. So we're going to be using Vindicate to do plus damage versus marked, hopefully going into vengeance mode quickly. Once we're in that, I'm going to be spamming Wrath on the thing and just annihilating it. All of this does damage versus marked, and once I have Wrath, it is armor piercing. However, once I am in vengeance mode, all of her attacks do damage to her, so I will have to keep an eye on her. For trinkets here, we have the Unholy Trinity that we got from the last boss, the Lord of Flies. So she has plus 15% damage. All attacks other than Wrath, because that already has armor piercing, has plus 15 armor piercing. She also has a plus 10% stun chance. However, I don't believe she actually has a stun chance, so that's kind of a moot point. And the buffs are doubled against anything that is bleeding. So if I can bleed it, that's plus 30% damage and plus 30% armor piercing. Then we have Wolf's Tassel, that's plus 2 damage, plus 2 more damage if I mark it, and she cannot be marked. So she has the potential to be doing a lot of damage to this thing. For a healer, we have Rosemary. I thought it'd be kind of fitting to bring her back into the farmstead, using her as a healer to possibly heal on the worst thing there is. I'm not sure how she cured her disease, because she's supposed to have, like, crystalline... something cured her disease, and then she got a tapeworm. So, I think that might have been the Churchurgeon or something at some point, but she has tapeworm, so this is interesting. She can get diseases until she gets Husk Body back, which will probably be on her first attack, but nonetheless. She also has Scythe Master, so minus stress, plus damage versus husks, if this thing counts as husk. For our skills here, we have Cosmic Trident, mainly because damage versus husk. I'm assuming that because it's from the Farmstead Plus, it counts as a husk. It also does bleeding for Joan here because we have the Unholy Trinity on her. Then we have Comet's Kindness for a heal, Downward Dust to heal the back 2 rows, and a Glimmering Butterfly as an emergency heal. Get stun and get mark off of us. We have the Bottomless Pail, so every time she hits with Cosmic Trident, I get Glimmering Butterflies back. And then we have Wilbur's Bandana, so every time I hit with Cosmic Trident, she marks him. That way I don't have to rely on Crystallizing Talon to mark. I'm not having this do actual damage, it's just for the bleeding and the mark now. However, that being said, as long as it is marked, I'm not losing that much damage if it is a husk. Then we have Axolotl the Foreigner here, mainly using Hunt Down, because that's her ranged move here. That works well in roll 3. So, plus 30 accuracy versus marked, plus 30 accuracy if it's size 2, which I believe it should be. I'm assuming it's at least size 2, if not a size 4. Plus 12 crit versus marked, which we will be marking it. Plus another 10 crit if it's size 2, which once again I'm assuming. And then it usually disables harpoon skills, but we do have the harpoon gun, so that disables Hunt Down, but minus 50% bleeding amount. That doesn't really matter here. What does is the fact that it's minus 33% damage on ranged skills, so this won't hit as hard, but Hunt Down usually does plus 50% damage modifier. We also get armor piercing on ranged skills, and we also get plus 25 armor piercing and plus 15 accuracy on ranged skills. Then I put the triple barrel tempo on her from the Raiju, so plus 15% more damage on ranged skills, plus 3 crit, and on a ranged hit, debuff target for plus 6% crits received, and that does stack. So Hunt Down, let's see, that does possibly a little bit more damage here because the minus and the plus is there, but so just a little bit of damage loss on the hunt down, but that's fine considering I'm able to use it every single turn. Then finally finishing things off, we have Quinn the Falconer. We're going to be using Marked, so just damage versus Marked with Quick Shot. Heavy Barrage doing crit versus Marked, Spirited Cry. I may switch to Rogue mode and use Stalk really quick just so I can stealth her, because we have the Prey Stalker's Hood, which will plus damage if stealthed, plus crit if stealthed, and then they can Kantatsu's Grin, however you pronounce that, so plus 20 crit, plus 5% crit per 25 stress, and then on crit, she will bleed as well. So we got a lot of chances to mark, a lot of chances to bleed, a lot of armor piercing, and just a lot of damage flying at the thing. So hopefully, the healing from Rosemary is gonna be enough. I know she can do 2 heals in 1 round if I need to, one of which is an AoE heal, so that's kind of what I'm counting on here, and hopefully Joan doesn't put herself in a too bad of a spot, and we'll just see about ripping this thing apart and getting the trophy here, which is plus a huge amount of bleed amount and blight amount, which will go pretty far in the rest of this stuff, so we'll see. I'm not sure if this is like a 1-room fight or what the deal is here, so I'm just going to take supplies as if I have to get to it. Of course, we're taking the training ribbons because accuracy. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of stress, so I'm going to take both performance and amphitheater ribbons. Memorial ribbons for everyone just because the crits. I'm probably not going to be marking other than with the Wilbur's bandana, so I don't think I'm going to be debuffing too much here. So I'm not going to bother with the Anathenum. Altar might come in handy. And then let's not forget medicinal herbs this time. Let's go. Huh? Why does it say the thing from the stars? The thing from the stars will eventually consume himself if one can survive long enough. Is this a thing from the stars? Oh, hell. Well, okay. Training ribbons. Amphitheater ribbons. Performance. Memorials. And then the altars. And we'll go. Those are from Cerebral's District reworks if you're interested in them. Just get the rework for the thing. We're surprised going into this fight. That is bad. Alright, so he looks like a recolored thing from the stars. He is Husk Eldritch. He has 242 health, 30 dodge, 5 speed, a lot of stun resistance, a lot of blight and bleed, some debuff, some movement. So I'm assuming he's going to summon things like the thing from the stars. And it looks like he has all the attacks from the thing from the stars. I do like the color rework here, though. I will say that. We are going to adapt with her. And hope... Nope. Can't even do that, so just, gonna move her. Moving forward. Moving back. I'm not sure why we can get surprised by this thing if we were looking for it. Moving forward. The fact that I have to spend so much time on a boss to reorder my team is not great.
In concentration.
And then that thing can explode right off the bat. Wow.
The horror.
I'm already... It can summon 2. Alright, we'll hunt down on 1 aberration, heal up.
Be gone, fiend.
We are going to heal Joan. That gets us our husk body back. Did that heal? It did. Replace tapeworm. And then I suppose let's mark him for now. Maybe bleed him. Vindicate, get rid of this thing.
Executed with impunity.
and see if Heavy Barrage puts us where I want to go. No. Problem is, she's not going to be able to move. Well, quick shot for now.
A powerful blow.
I'll just give up on Heavy Strike. Oh, he does the cure too. Well, you can only hit the destroyer, so go at that. This is gonna be rough. For now, just hunt down on him. We are going to heal up on you. So healing Rosemary, and then we're going to Comet's Kindness on Axolotl. Then we can kind of break the aberration again. I'm going to have a problem breaking row 1. And then this is just going to explode because he summoned it that way? That's not cool. I would like a chance to destroy those things. Okay. So crippling, or quick shot. Let's take him out. Then heal Quinn. Cosmic Trident. That's a miss. Okay. At least we got our uses back. For now, Grudge. Get the mark on him. He freaking hurts. And I can't allow this to explode.
Back to the pit.
But then... Okay. I was gonna say, is he gonna do something that causes another one to explode? But no. At least that does damage to him. He's at 80% protection though. A hunt down. Do what we can. I know it's only a 14 with a crit, but it's still something. It's plus crits received on him. Yeah, go all in on that. Now, hopefully Rosemary goes. That works too.
Quickly.
That really works, thank you. Rosemary emergency healing, and then we're gonna do Comet's Kindness. And let the games begin.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Oh hell. This is gonna explode and probably take Quinn out. The fact that he can use Phase Knot and that summons more of those is not good. So either way, I could only break one of these and only one would go off. Even if I attack, so we're just gonna Vengeance. It's gonna be better long run. I know that they're gonna explode and Quinn's probably gonna die.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Oh, it's not the AoE version.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Joan? Kistic, that's fine.
Those who covet injury.
Oh, no, that's not. No, that's not. I hate how that changes them out of their transformation modes.
Blossoms.
Oh, hell. Okay, well, heal Axolotl then. Then just mark him. Hunt down.
A singular.
38 health left.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Duck, arrows fly in all directions. Thankfully, at least that didn't mark. I've been forgetting about the holy water, if I'm being honest. And then we'll forge for the accuracy. And then we do damage versus marked. So he's probably going to heal all that bleeding. I do plus bleeding versus marked. So that'd do 8 bleed. That might do more to him if I'm being totally honest, and it goes off. So now he's bleeding for 18. That was a little gruesome looking. Ooh. 1 health left, really.
Ringing ears.
And then that summons another that's gonna explode.
The end approach.
I don't like how it does that. Quinn, please put the thing down.
From the stars. Let it
Oh,
return to them.
okay, that fight, I see why people say why it's so rough. I did get a memory for it, which I'm severely lacking on. That came a little too close a few too many times. It's a very stressful fight. And then there's a lot of things you can't control just because he was a little slow there. And if he goes, summons a thing, and then you can't control the fact that it's going to explode after he summons it, holy cow. That can go really south really, really quickly. So if things remains, that's an insane trophy. And then the Eternity's color for the flagellant that I don't have anymore, if I recall correctly. 75 comet shards. And the memory that might get me something. Infirm on Rosemary, so minus healing received. Prismatic coagulation, so plus 25 bleed resist on Axolotl. Calm and lethargy on Quinn, so I need to get rid of both of those, which I have time to do before I go in the darkest dungeon with her.
The degeneracy of the hamlet is nothing, I fear, when compared to the condition of surrounding acres.
Oy vey. A flock's return. The caretaker has returned from the old road, all covered in bile, reporting that the Shrieklings have found a new nesting ground. The hamlet residents confirm that the unsettling calls keep disturbing their sleep. Plot quest: Shriekling's Den. I think I've done the Shriekling a few times by now. Yeah, we're not doing the Shriekling's nest. I don't like that fight. If I'm being totally honest, I do not like that fight. Okay, so Joan, stress relief, go. Rosemary. Yeah, infirm is not great. So Axolotl, stress relief, go. Quinn, out for 3 weeks. So what we're gonna do first, calm, get rid of. Rosemary, infirm, get rid of. Nomad wagon, don't care about anything there. And looks like I'm assuming this is the thing from the stars again, where I could just farm the memories. A strange thing has been found in the farmstead. Go and investigate it. I'm assuming this is the thing from the stars or the destroyer from the stars again. I'm going to look into that on my own with a different file. If that is something else, I will do it on this estate. But just based on, like, I I do believe that this estate is reaching the end of life with a few of the things that have been happening. Screw it. I might go do that next time. We'll see. I might go do that. I might go do the cultist archpriest. We'll see. But it's gonna be one of those two things. I'm gonna ask if this is the same thing, and if it's not, I'll go do this. Otherwise, I'm gonna go do the cultist archpriest. If it is like thing from the stars, destroyer from the stars. I can't upgrade the geologic study hall because I'm probably not gonna get 7 memories, but we'll do that and go from there. So that leaves a little time for everyone to get ready for the darkest dungeons, and we'll go from there. Things seem to have been stabilized more or less, so hopefully I can do these without too much of an issue, and then we'll do the darkest dungeon, because things seem like they're not having too much of an issue lately, but we'll see. So that'll be the plan for next time. I know this was a shorter episode, but I kind of wanted to do a dedicated episode to the Destroyer from the Stars. I'll do a dedicated episode to this and the Archpriest, and then each DD, or unless those are really short, I might just do 2 DDs in one, but that'll be the plan. So we'll go forward from there and see what happens. So as always, wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.